guitar, we've been friends for a while. Just follow me down to my depths. But me and my guitar, we don't see eye to eye. But I still do what it says. It says play me a minor, let it sustain. It says you're just a genre, this is all you can play. Why don't you write a sad song? I wanna feel you hurt. Write me another sad song. Show everyone your dirt. And why don't you cry over these chords? 'Cause the music never lies till you give it words. Me and my guitar, we don't tell many truths. Me and my guitar, we've lied. Me and my guitar, we pretend that we're you, so we can escape our own lives. It says play me a minor, and I must obey. It says you're just a genre, this is all you can play. Why don't you write a sad song? I wanna feel you hurt.
Clicking ain't easy, but it's fun when you're clicking those bricks with click and clip. Welcome to the jungle where the dinos roam. Clicking those bricks with click and clip. Clicking those bricks, clicking those bricks, cliff nose bricks, clicking those bricks, clicking those bricks.
And we are finally live. Hello, everybody.
There we are.
Hey, Johnny G, how you doing?
Johnny G.
Steve Weiser. What up, All Bricks Count?
Look, it's
Big
Click
Nate.
Cliff. What's up, Big Nate?
Who let this guy in here?
Run, run.
How y'all doing? Well, it's been a while since we had those movie streams. We were sent a task to watch Of Mice to Men, so we're going to talk about that for a little bit. And then we'll move on. We'll talk about some new movies, and then we'll talk about episode 1 of The Last of Us. So, the fun-filled morning. So, I guess I'll start it out with who do I want to pick on? Let's pick on Haley. What did you think about Of Mice to Men?
You doing? It's quite interesting. I think I had to read the book in high school because I remember parts of the movie for sure. But no, it's especially like with now today with mental illness and everything is pretty big and a little bit more understanding compared to the time period that the movie's supposed to take place.
Right.
So it was interesting.
The time, yeah, I agree. The time of where the movie's set at, mental illness wasn't a thing. You know, nobody thought there was no mental illness to be. They probably had it, they just didn't know what it was called.
Wasn't it written back in the 30s or something? The book.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, even there's a part in the movie where he talks about like near the end where they're like, what are they going to do? They're going to put him in a room. They're going to put him in a room for the rest of his life. And
What's up, Scotty?
It was a novel written by John Steinbeck, published in 1937. Narrates the experience of George Milton and Lenny Small, two displaced migrant ranch workers. Uh, to move from place to place in California in search of a new job opportunities during the Great Depression in the United States. It's based on a novel on his own experience working alongside migrant farm workers as a teenager in the 1910s before the arrival of the Okies that he would describe in his novel, The Grapes of Wrath. So he writes from his own experience. So, because this has been a true story?
I don't know,
I guess it could be if that's what it says.
there's a lot of different characters in there.
Right.
Well, the movie itself came out in 1992, and on IMDb it has a 7.5 out of 10. One thing I thought was interesting is the movie. Gary Sinise is in it, but Gary Sinise also directed it. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Which one was that?
Gary Sinise is the shorter one, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love him for the fact he does fundraisers for the firefighters and the fallen. He has a big old charity out there, so I'm a big supporter of him. And did what that actor? I can't that John Mel. I can't pronounce his name.
Malkovich.
Yeah.
He was an actual survivor of that plane crash that held all them soccer. Alive. Remember the movie Alive, where the plane crashed in the Andes with the soccer team? He was on that plane.
Oh dang! I had no idea.
Dude, Scotty Blocks. Hey, Steve.
Hey, dude, Jude.
Dude, Jude, hey Scott.
That's what I always think of. Instead of singing "Hey Jude," I always think of "Dude Jude," which is Blue Moon, just with Dude Jude instead of Blue Moon.
You're fine, Big Nate. So, but it's just weird how I guess he's done this before to women. How at the beginning of the movie, when they're running, that lady in the red dress was running away. Lenny grabbed hold of her dress when somebody, and he explains later in the movie that when he gets excited, he grabs on, and I guess the dude has strength because in the movie that guy tried to hit him, was beating him up, and he grabbed the guy's fist and started breaking his hand.
I was waiting for the bones to snap out, man. If they redid that movie now, man, his bones would be like going through his skin or something. Oh,
but that's kind of what happened to that woman that at the end there where she came in. He got excited because he didn't want to get in trouble because his whole goal was moving on that farm. Remember the 10 acres?
That's what they kept talking about.
10 of them rabbits. That's all he wanted to do. That was his goal, and he was afraid. I guess he petted that dog to death because he had a problem with killing animals because he didn't know his own strength. So he was killing mice and rabbits or whatever that they gave him as a pet because he basically killed them by holding on to him too tight, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did to that woman. He got excited, didn't know what to do, so he just grabbed on that woman. And
well, he was trying to get her to stop screaming.
Yeah.
But it's like, shoot, yeah.
And then, man, then he took his friend to the back by the creek, and that was a little.
It was cinematic-wise, that was a really good scene.
Yeah,
it was sad, but for like the acting, because I was watching it and it's like I like scenes that are emotional like that, but it's all in one take, like one long shot.
Right.
them. And then I know we were talking about this before, that it kind of, if you're interesting how that scene has played into other scenes or in other shows too, because we were talking about The Walking Dead,
Mm-hmm.
where that's what Carol had to do with, was it Lizzie?
Yeah.
She was even talking to the Tyrese about that too. Is like, what it's like, if they weren't living in that type of world, where I know with The Walking Dead, they're going from, she would have been, they would have had resources then, but even with this older one, where the resources were very limited in the knowledge of what's actually going on. So,
Right.
oh, good. Yay, dude, the box showed up. Yay.
Yep. I got my beaver nuggets today. They're good.
I got
Oh wow.
three boxes down, so I'm hoping the other folks got their boxes today too.
Hey, Will Harper, how you doing? Make sure y'all hit the like button for me, though, please.
Hey, Will Harper, if that is your real name. It's been a good night.
No
It
one's
got even better when I got on here.
No one's voting for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That is an awesome book, movie, everything.
Oh, wait. Hey, there's 38%. On my end, there's 38% for The Rain of Fire, 38% for The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Those are
Let me look
More
at this.
games and Minority Report are backing up at 12%.
I don't know. Maybe we put too many good movies on this time.
Well, we'll let it run about 7:45.
But shoot, I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, but no, there was, yeah. So interesting movie for sure.
It's Chop Butt.
Mm-hmm.
But Chop.
Yay! All right, we got two. So we got 4 people got their boxes today. Yes.
Heck yeah.
Right on.
I know. Shoot, I think Bubba's getting his tomorrow. Bama should have gotten all his boxes today. I'll have to message him later, but shit. Damn boxes.
Yeah, I got my.
I literally took a cart full. I took my cart this time and loaded the cart up and dragged it through the post office. I wasn't going to be making multiple trips out to the car. And then the lady looked at me and just started yelling for Mike, the other guy, to come to the front to help.
So, as I mentioned earlier in chat, he has all 4 movies on DVD. He picked The Rain of Fire because of the dragons.
Shoot.
So, which one's your favorite ones out of the 4, Steve? I guess Rain of Fire.
Oh, good, Jeff. I hope you can use that.
So that's cool. So I don't know what else we could talk about the Mice and Men, though. Mice and Men was a pretty good movie for what it was.
Do you think they could get away with doing a remake of it?
They couldn't use that N word in there as much as they did. I don't know.
I didn't realize what the that one guy was from the Terminator. It took me a second to realize, like, oh, that's the guy who was in Terminator 2. Oh shoot, what's this?
It was a good, like I said, it was a good movie. I may even read the book now. So, I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It's just weird at the end how he, But I like how they ended the movie, that showed him walking down the pathway there at the end. But yep, this is a movie stream.
Because the other guy showed him on a train again. So do you think the other guy took off running and jumped the train to the next farm, or?
Probably. I would say so. I mean, they know they were friends, so I'm sure he was going to get some whiplash from that boss's son.
Oh, because he shoot. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know, but I liked that. Even though it was sad what he had to do, but it was better than. It goes back to that the old gentleman who was talking about how he would have put his dog down and not have a stranger do it. But that conversation that happened way before the ending of it.
Right. Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
Which one is he?
No, not that one. It was the guy who the Sarah Connor was going to try to kill him because he was the scientist doing the research on the arm and the chip. Was it not Desmond?
You guys are into some
Desmond?
kinky stuff.
Hey, arms and chips, man.
Mhm. Steve said Minority Report is happening in real life, so I can pass on that. Hitchhikers is excellent and so is War Games, but again, I'll take Dragons. Dragons.
Shit.
I like dragons.
Yeah. Guess we're going through books to movies ones because we got Hitchhikers, which
I never watched that. I don't even know what's about. So
which one?
the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or whatever.
Oh my goodness, it's so good. Even if it doesn't get picked, you need to watch it, Cliff.
Yeah.
Well, my schedule's pretty full. We'll have to see.
Yeah, that the main premise is the gentleman average day, and he has a best friend, and his best friend warns him that the planet Earth is going to be destroyed. So his best friend turns out to be an alien and decides to. I guess the only way to hitch around the galaxy, and there's a whole instruction manual and everything else. And I can't give too much away. But.
Well, don't give it away. Well, hey, Miss Jen Breaks House, how you doing?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Who?
How your mama
Ian
doing?
Bland. I'm like, who is that?
Who else but Quagmire?
Zesty and bland.
Yes.
He's always zesty.
Lisa's better than last time where he just said me, and we're like, who the crap's me? He didn't have his picture on. It would that's all we saw.
Big Nate said, Cliff, you would be lost with hitchhikers. It's way weird.
It is awesome, sir.
Oh, are you talking about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Alan Rickman, he's in it. He plays a depressed robot.
A depressed robot?
Yes.
I've never seen it. I've only heard a lot about it.
The Hobbit guy.
Hi, Butchop.
Is in it. He's main character. Was it Sam Rockwell? He's in it. The Zoe Deschanel, she's in it.
I like her.
My husband likes her.
Was it Stephen Fry?
I hate this camera.
Hey, Cal, how you doing?
Hi, Jude. How are you?
So far, it's tied. Rain of Fire and the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And we got War Games and Minority Report at 10%. So we're at a tie right now.
Maybe we should just do both. They're both so good.
We can, Haley, we tried doing both, and we can barely get through one movie in 2 weeks.
I read about it. I watched 222. I didn't get a chance to watch this one. But I read about
don't forget to hit the stupid like button or the thumbs down. It doesn't matter.
This one was a very slow.
Death?
Slow.
What, Mice and Men?
Yeah, it's very slow, and then you kind of see what's gonna happen.
It's a slow burn, but it has enough to keep your attention for the whole movie. I just like Gary Sinise.
Yeah, I did enjoy his character.
It's real good.
I like him in Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
Dude, that was one of my dad's favorite movies. That and Are We There Yet? He loved Are We There Yet? Don't ask
Oh,
me
really?
why. He loved that movie.
That's cool.
Every time he'd come home from work, he'd be eating popcorn and watching, laughing.
Hi, cow.
And it's like,
Moo, moo,
what is the other
moo,
movie he liked? He liked, I don't know. I keep making fun of him. I said, what? Hey, yo.
YOLO.
If I
Yeah,
feel
life
like
is
a
a
box
box
of
of
Legos, don't know what you're going to get.
Oh, I know what I'm going to get because I look on the back and it tells me.
So we
Same
will,
thing with a box of chocolate. You can just look on the back.
all right, we will sneak away from the movies and talk about Lego for a minute. Jen, how was the show this weekend?
It was so much fun, but you don't have to do that. Talk about your movies. I just haven't seen any of them.
Okay, well, fine.
We can talk Lego whenever you want, but it doesn't have to be tonight.
Lego.
I mean, I don't mind to, but if you have
We,
plan was, and that's what everyone's waiting on.
everybody wants to hear about a Lego show.
Prove it.
Tell us about the show,
If you want to hear about the Lego show, everybody put a 1 in chat for Jen to talk about the Lego show. Let's see
Put a
those
thumbs
ones
up,
in chat.
people.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
I'm building a 30-year-old Technic set Haley sent me. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
What set is it, hey?
What is it, dude, Jude?
I don't know, but I've had this box for over a year sitting in the box that says "Do Jude." That should have went to him back in Alabama.
Bucky's teriyaki beef jerky.
Oh, heck yeah.
Bucky's. Ooh. Bucky's new favorite product. Bucky's brand. Candied jalapenos.
Ooh. I haven't tried those yet.
Is Bird on here?
No.
We went to his house for Easter and he made deviled eggs, but instead of like relish, he did candied jalapenos. Oh my gosh, game changer.
Nice.
It's not overly spicy, just a little bit of a kick, but it's so unbelievable.
Well, I'm going to get down to Bucky's and find out.
Yep.
Hey,
Bubba.
Bubba, your box should be there tomorrow.
8828. That does not
give
help.
us the name of the set. We don't have to look it up.
Well, you would have to look it up anyways with the if he described it to you.
Yeah. Okay, fine. 8828.
Oh, dude, I found another old Technic set that needs some love, but I'll have to send you a picture of what it is.
It's a front end loader is what he's making.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, it's a front end loader. All right. So Lego show. Who just left? Seth, where's Seth?
He'll be back.
He's going to be back.
Lego show was in Memphis. Well, it really wasn't. It was in South Haven, Mississippi. They said it was in. They call it Memphis, but because it's really close. But nope. And there wasn't as many like just mock exhibitors. I mean, yeah, like the non-featured artists. There was only a few of us that weren't featured artists that were there. But it was so cool. So I got to meet who did I meet? I met oh my gosh, now I just forgot his name. Why am I shouldn't even be here. I've had a day. Okay, hang on a second. I just met super crazy talented AC, what is his last name? AC Thin.
Oh, the flower.
Yeah. Yep. We got like the personal tour during the break, Paul and I did, of like how he came to be known with his flowers because he started off as a Star Wars builder.
Mhm.
Absolutely incredible work. Like it's just next level, and it's so good. And then EJ was there. For those of you who know his mosaics, he's phenomenal, super great guy. Patrick was there. I got to meet Cole. If anybody knows Cole, he moved from Oregon and now he's in TNVLC, but he does like these gun replicas that are incredible.
And there he is. I'm like, where did Seth go?
Oh,
I was very concerned. I thought I offended you.
no, not this time. I'm just kidding. You never offended me. I was trying to fit. I didn't know. I was getting upset because I like to highlight stuff. And I couldn't do it. Now I can.
Oh,
Please, Haley.
sorry. Hang on a second.
We saw a lot of pictures on your Instagram. That was awesome.
Hey, Johnny G.
Hey, Johnny G.
Yeah. So I did. I posted some pictures.
Maybe if I have a mod in chat, they could put her Instagram link in the chat.
Yeah. Can someone do that? I also met Tom Jacobson. He does like these amazing architecture builds of like if Star Wars, like after you finish your Star Wars shift, you get off work and you go to this like amazing house. Oh my gosh, they're so cool. Am I missing another Lego? I think those are the only Lego featured Lego artists. There's 5. But yeah, I mean, it was just really cool. I got 2 little awards that were given by, Sneaky Shenanigans. I got the platinum, what do they call it? The platinum cup and the golden chalice. Platinum cup. Thank you for my Muppets build, and the golden chalice for my castle build. Yeah, it was just super fun. Honestly, Grayson did a great show.
Hey, Macro.
Hey, Macro.
And what else? What else you want to know?
Everything.
How do you travel with your displays?
So, most of them, depending on, because I don't have a very big vehicle, most of them I try to take like a Sterilite container. I mean, obviously bigger than this one, but like I put it onto the lid and then I put the lid over the top. But
that's way smarter than what I would have done.
I've seen Jen's Muppets build. Oh, I hope you like it, Nate. Yeah, a couple of all of a sudden I've been getting tagged by a lot of people, especially on Facebook, because people are putting those, mostly my tree build and my Muppets build, on a lot of different Facebook pages from the show this weekend. So that's been really nice because I've never really had that happen before for me. That was pretty cool. So I transport that way. There are some of them, like I will put in cardboard, like copy paper boxes. They're pretty sturdy. I disassemble as much as I can so that I can flat pack as much, and then put it back together at home. Or sorry, when I get to the show. Some of the different taller builds, I'll try to like do like a tile with a single stud section so I can remove off the top piece.
Yeah.
And then I take off all the figs and everything and I put them on later. Yeah, I did have one of my mocks that I had it all set up. Everything was ready to go on Friday. I covered it all with a sheet. And in the morning, I got there and I was taking off the sheet and I didn't notice it snagged on my mock and crashed. And I tried to like quickly put it back together, but it wasn't working. Like if I had other backup pieces, I could have, pretty easily put something together. But when you only have those exact pieces, I couldn't remember how I had them. And It just wasn't worth stressing over.
Yeah. What's up, Ricklock?
Wait,
Well, I hate that happened, but you got a great attitude. I probably would have just put everything back in the car and went home.
no, break it. It's an opportunity to try.
That's right, Chop. We can see the chat just fine. Vote
Chop,
and move on.
Chop, you should be able to close it with the 3 little dots.
The one and only time I've ever had to travel with a mock, I just put towels in the back of my SUV and I laid it on there, and then I put towels around it in case it did slide. Look, I'm not a professional, okay?
I'm not either, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, I was.
I do.
Well, I am a man, so
It depends on, like yeah, shows it just depends. Like I've done multiple things where I've just thrown it in a box and traveled with it, and they've ended up fine. The first year, I took a bunch of extra T-shirts and like packed it in and really made sure it wasn't going to move, and realized once I got there that it would have been fine by itself. So
yeah.
no. Then,
but mine also wasn't really tall.
Oh.
I don't know. It was still pretty. I did split up into pieces though. I think because it splits down the middle, so it wasn't all together. And then I could take the second floor off, so I think I did have some of it down, but it was all just laying on in the back of my car. Christmas tree Tupperware boxes when they go on sale in January are amazing, says Yellow. That's a good idea.
That is a great idea. That's a great idea.
Great idea.
It's a good one.
and just remember, if you're packing, you can always flip it upside down and stick the mock on the lid and put the container around it.
Yep, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Like this.
Work harder.
Dumping it upside down if I did that.
Well, that's when you just put a sign.
Well, and you know, like
do this.
It's funny because I mean, if you really, really wanted to, if you wanted to really simplify things, do all of your mocks like that, and you could actually leave the mock sitting on the tray, so that when the show's over, all you have to do is put the lids back on.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I actually take them off, but it is next level. I learned that trick from Katie and Marty taught me that trick, and oh boy, is it ever a good one. I did get. I was excited because I had an opportunity to like make somebody's day, and that's always a good thing. So there was a little girl that I don't know. She must have been like 5 or 6, and she was looking at one of the shop at the tables, the vendor tables, and she wanted some sort of an accessory. I didn't notice what it was, but in any case, it was $1. And so her mom told her it was $1, and she said, "But you don't have $1." Or she said, "Do you have $1?" And the little girl says, "What's $1?"
Oh.
And her mom says, "Well, you don't have $1. So we can't get one because you don't have $1." And so I reached in my pocket and I grabbed a little $1 and I like slid it over to her. And at the same time I did that, her mom was pulling money out of her purse. So
yeah.
In the end, she had like $13 or something, including mine, that she was able to spend, or maybe it was 13 items that she could pick because the special that the guy was running. In any case, whatever. She was just super cool. And that was awesome to be able to add another girl to the club.
I guess I couldn't get none of my moderators and go get her link. I'll go get it.
I'm slow. I got it.
I don't know why I have moderators for.
Yeah, he was just so mesmerized by listening to me talk.
Definitely. I mean, I was enjoying it. I love stories. There we go. That is a link to Jen's Instagram account where you can go show her validation.
Yeah, if you like anything I do. If you don't have to
I'm
go
just joking. There's this podcast I listen to, and the girl at the end goes, "I'm at so and so for validation. You can send me hate mail to my Twitter account." So I didn't mean anything bad towards you about that.
No, I didn't take it bad. We're good.
Macro says, "Hi, I'm not a mod, so I don't have to work for you, Cliff. I'm on strike anyways." I bet Macro would be the guy if he worked somewhere. He'd be the one talking everybody into doing a walkout. God, okay,
I did that in
guys.
middle school.
Wow, okay.
I think I was protesting the Persian Gulf Wars. I think what I scheduled a walkout for, but I think I really just wanted to get out of school because I don't think I knew enough to really schedule an actual walkout for really good, valid reasons.
Did you get suspended or anything?
Nope, because literally everybody left. So
you should have.
You couldn't really.
It's movie night, Brickable Cow.
Yeah, can't you tell? Because I've taken over.
No, we're fine.
I appreciate that, Zissou. I read fair to messy. I'm a bad reader.
Well,
yeah, it was movie night, and we talked about that for about 5 minutes, and now we're just chatting.
All right. So how about this? We'll redirect it back to movie night. So we can end the movie talk, or if Cliff wants to end the movie stream and start a Lego stream, or whatever Cliff wants to do.
Well, I was just thinking. I think Cal was just asking.
Cal was just asking. We're going to do the movie. We're only doing an hour tonight.
I did have all right for movie question. Has anyone watched any new movies or old movies or watching a show right now?
You ain't gonna believe what I'm watching.
Sanford and Son.
Mandalorian.
No,
Arnold.
I'm watching The Big Brother.
Okay.
Paramount Plus. I'm watching all the Big Brothers. They get backstabbing, and it's kind of funny.
Yep.
I was like,
watching any of those in years.
Well, you guys.
Now, Cliffy, we told you need to go watch Parks and Rec.
I have been watching that too. I can't just sit there and watch one thing like all day and all night. I've got to watch
the end of it's awesome.
Because then I find my mind wandering into other things.
What did you think about Venom, Bubba? I think I saw that. I don't.
Ooh. Did you watch the first one or the second one?
The first one or the second one?
If I watched it, would have been the first one, but I don't know for sure. Are you asking Bubba?
Okay, yeah. Because Venom, there's two of them. So you got the new one that's good, and then you got the second one that has Woody Harrelson as Carnage, which is really interesting.
I wonder if those are on any streaming sites.
Oh.
I don't know.
Didn't somebody say you could go to IMDb and it tell you?
Yes. I don't know. Were they talking about that some of the either the Venom and the Deadpool movies were going to be going to Disney Plus or something?
What is the first one?
That's still a good one.
Okay, Venom is on Stars. Yeah. It's on Stars.
I did like the scene where he was talking. He's like, "Can I eat him? No. Can he eat brain? No."
Lenny had small appliance and Shishlotsky's nut shit. Come on, Jen. You can say it.
Sorry.
Shishlotsky's. The Nutcracker guy.
Tchaikovsky's.
Thank you. With his rat army. You know, Chotsky's.
Tchaikovsky.
Chachi's.
Or that.
This is like freaking Pringles. You have one you can't stop.
Can't stop dreaming.
Macro, now you work for me. Just saying.
All right. So if you need a good romantic comedy, I watched a goofy one.
Which one?
I watched a goofy one this past weekend.
That's what it's called?
No, it's called Ghosted.
Oh, I'm like, which one? And then you're like, I watched a goofy one.
It romantic comedy action one, but it's on the Apple TV, and that one has
Cool.
Chris Evans is in it, and a couple of the other Marvel people show up for a second, but you need a goofy one.
I like goofy ones.
Me too.
I think my favorite one is the Four Weddings, or whatever. They had that. The Four Weddings.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
No, the Retreat, whatever the Retreat one with.
Four Weddings is a reality show. Are you talking about that one?
No, what am I talking about?
I don't know.
Couples Retreat or something like that.
Oh my gosh! Now couples retreat. That's
Is that?
What's
does that
up,
have-
Richard Cranium?
What up,
couples
RC?
retreat has
Was it Vince Vaughn and
Vince Vaughn,
4 Christmases?
That's a good one too.
yeah,
Haley
couple-
was Aubrey Plaza in Ghosted.
Oh,
No, not that one. The shoot,
Ghosted. What is that one?
it has the girl from Knives Out, who is like the
Ooh.
nurse in the first one.
Never heard of it.
She's been in other stuff. She Zizu, what's her name? Zizu knows he has a crush on her.
Anna de Armas, Adrian Brody, Chris Evans.
Yeah, Adrian
Anna
Brody,
de Armas.
that person.
I probably said it wrong, and that's
Yeah,
cool because
Adrian Brody plays a good bad guy.
I should have been born with wings. Gosh darn it!
No, she's been in a couple. She's been in a bunch of action movies. She had a huge fight scene with Daniel Craig and James Bond, newest one. And
I am terrible for this because
I love that stuff.
I watch true crime and cartoons.
yeah, she was
Gotta
also
have a
in
balance.
Blade Runner. She's the robot.
Zishu says Haley. Oh wait, girl from second Blade Runner. I'll definitely watch her. I mean the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Is she in the second Blade Runner?
yeah, she played the robot android that was in his apartment. Or so he didn't feel like he was talking to himself. He had his little android person.
Yep. Richard said, Zishu, you seen they got a new movie coming out called Sisu Sounds Just Like Your Name, and it's like Mad Max John Wick. What? Bubba said he loves true crimes. And Johnny says holograms are hot. And I'll second that. But it's worse than strippers because even if you can get, their attention, they're holograms.
Okay.
At least you get a stripper to give you a high five or something. Holograms can't do that. I don't think y'all are on my. I don't know.
Seth, I think you're still waiting for the ones from the Matrix 4 where they were like little holograms with,
Don't worry, Cliff. Nothing weird was said the whole time you were gone.
Looks like we were watching the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
Whoop. You'll like it.
Yep.
You're like, it's a good sci-fi. I really like the depressed robot. He's my favorite.
Is it
We
because
saved
it's Alan
this.
Rickman? Is it because it's Alan Rickman?
Yeah, the fact that it's Alan Rickman, but just the robot's just very. He's depressed the whole time. He's just like, all right, come on, and he's still a robot, so he still has to do what they need him to do. But he has a very depressed look at life.
That would be me. I could be a robot, a rabbit, anything, and I'd be the most depressed robot or rabbit you'd ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
You can make me into a shingle and put me on top of somebody's house, and I'm going to stand out as the saddest shingle anyone's ever seen.
Okay.
And then, shoot.
Well, are we going to talk about the elephant in the room? The Last of Us?
Well, we have to give everyone plenty of time to either get out of here if they don't want spoilers.
Well, if you don't want spoilers, get out of here.
Are we
I
ready
heard
to?
Zissou.
Are we ready to switch over?
We have about 15 minutes left.
Marvin,
All right.
thank you, Zizu. All right, we give them another 5 minutes. Get their butts out of here.
It takes 5 minutes to leave. Minutes?
We talk about. All right, you want to close the poll and go ahead and announce what movie we're watching, so the people who
We're watching Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I closed the poll already.
Yep, she's in there too, Zizu.
So that's gonna be
Zooey
fun.
Deschanel's one of those women that I've never commented about her in front of my wife. But she just knows I think she's cute.
Who?
Zooey Deschanel.
Oh.
She's been a lot of stuff. She's did a TV show called New Girl. She was in that.
She was in Elf. She's
Elf, yep.
She's is it not Joey? What is her name in Elf?
Joel or dang it, I can't remember.
It's not Joey.
No, it's not Joey. No, it starts with a J.
Jovi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Joey. That's Zooey Deschanel.
She's in that one.
So next Monday is the Hangout stream. The following Monday is the movie stream. So we got 2 weeks to watch it.
Okay.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I got a whole bunch of the bubble tea and the donut.
Oh, nice.
Friend sets for $5. So I'm excited to have all this bubble tea.
I think you might like it, Chopper.
Yeah, they don't have faith in me. Well, everybody had a chance to leave. They're still here.
Oh yeah, and Johnny G and she's in Yes Man. That was a good one.
Oh, that is a great movie.
That was Jim Carrey in it.
Yep.
Yes, man.
I did watch the Boondock Kings too.
Not
The
bad.
Boondock King with what's his name? Who played Daryl in Walking Dead?
Oh,
William Dafoe.
Boondock Saints.
Yeah, Boondock Saints. What did I say?
Yeah.
King.
There's a second one too, but no, yeah, that one was really good. It was when it first came out, it only got to stay in theaters for 2 weeks before they had to take it out.
I wonder why.
Well, no, it's because Columbine happened. So they took the movie out, and then the movie has grown such a cult following that 10 years later they came out with a second movie.
Which movie?
Boondock Saints. Yeah, a lot of people haven't.
The Last of Us, Bud Shop.
Yeah. Nice, Bubba. All right. It's been about 4.5 minutes. Time to get out of here, folks. If you have not seen The Last of Us, we're going to talk about episode 1. So spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it. if you haven't seen it, then you should hang up now and go watch it because it's good. It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I'm gonna hope that you guys will encourage me that maybe I should. But
Oh, that works too. Maybe, yeah.
where can you watch it?
HBO Max.
Got it.
Now it's after a game. There's a game called Last of Us. It's a movie from the game,
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
but it is so good.
You have to know anything about the game to understand the movie?
No.
No,
So the best way to describe it is if you played the game, then the TV show is a nice add-on to it because it expands on some of the subjects and characters. But you don't. The way they filmed the show, they filmed it so close to the actual game, that especially a lot of the big moments and big scenes.
it's kind of like The Walking Dead. I mean,
It's very spot on. So it's nice because if you haven't, the way they set it up is like if you haven't played the game, watching the show you're fine. But if you've played the game, then you'll still love. They still did such a good justice to it.
Did you say that it's like The Walking Dead? I am
it's
not
okay.
following.
There's not mummies, but it's this fungi disease that takes over the world
Oh,
and turns them into monsters. I guess you would say.
So it's a strain of fungus. It's a real fungus that actually affects ants, or not ants. It does actually affect animals. So it's something you can actually look up. So what they did is they took it and did a spin on it, saying, "Well, what if it jumped to humans, and what would happen?" So there's from there, but it's very different from The Walking Dead because in this one, because they explained to you in this first episode that there's no cure for something like this and whatnot. So how it takes place where you're seeing 2003 and you're following the main character Joel and his daughter through like a average day of their lives. So they get up, go to work, go to school, come back, but throughout the day little things start happening. So there's like a lot more police are out and about. There's a lot more people talking on the radio about all these weird what the occurrences are happening in overseas countries and people acting, and then they talk about the hospitals are getting filled up with some strange people acting sick and weird, and then it kind of over the course of the night it flips. So we get to see Joel and get introduced to him, his daughter Sarah, and his brother Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Then slowly throughout,
This starts out sad.
yeah, it does have a very tragic. So the time frame for this one is 2003, and we get to see pretty much it's day one of the outbreak, and it happens very, very fast. Where the neighbors next door, depending on, I guess you find out later that the food was contaminated, so people were getting sick from baking cookies and pancakes and certain items that were packaged in different places, and so some of the neighbors ended up getting infected, so they had to kill their neighbors, and then they were trying to get out and escape because they were locked. The military was going nuts and locking down big cities, so they were trying to get out of the city before it got locked down, and sadly they ended up him and his daughter were trying to run to the highway and ended up the daughter ends up getting killed, and then it kind of flash forwards 20
His
years.
daughter?
Yeah.
But it's just like that in the game.
because the military is trying to contain the outbreak.
Yeah.
So they were setting up quarantining off any of the cities and whatnot, and so then it jumps like 20 years later, and you see what has become of Joel. He's kind of a very empty, how you kind of get to see how watching him with his daughter, to see him now, how the world has changed him to what he was, and so we get to.
You guys have only watched episode 1 so far?
Well, we watched the whole thing. We're just talking about episode 1.
Yeah. But no, it's quite different from The Walking Dead, because The Walking Dead, like, you know, you see it.
I was trying to put it like kind of, you know, it's not like Walking Dead, but it's
just like The Walking Dead.
It's kind of a survival
kind
of show. I mean, you got to find a way to survive in these different harsh environment. I mean, it's not like Walking Dead. You don't have these orange.
Like you still have the infected, but the infected there's different stages of the infected, which is kind of cool. We'll probably talk more about that in the next week's episode, because they talk a little bit more about that in the episode 2. But this one, we're just kind of getting introduced to the world and how it is, and what the post government is, because how the government has completely collapsed, and now the new government, which had set up little quarantine zones in the big cities.
Good night, Steve Weiser.
No, buddy.
Then we kind of slowly find out that not all the quarantine zones were good places to live, and others that had failed and whatnot.
One place there was this mayor guy. Wait, that's a different show. I don't do good with zombie stuff. I'm too big of a wimp to watch that show.
They're not zombies though.
They're not in control of themselves, so.
And in a sense, they are. I mean, they call them the infected, but in the sense, they are pretty close to zombies.
Sorry, Cliff.
You're fine.
I got you.
But
Brick Maniac.
Yeah, they talk about that a little bit more in the second episode. I don't know what was your favorite part, Cliff?
My favorite part of episode 1 was when they were leaving the city, or when they may have left the city, but the part where they're like walking this building before they climb that tall ladder to get into the house where the guy that before they got Ellie, the scene right before they seen Ellie came in, when Joe and what's her name,
Tess,
walked in that room, and she turned and this fun guy was on the wall. And I mean, it was like a little jump. I mean, it made you jump. That was my favorite part in episode 1.
I really liked when Joel found that purple flower and he stuck it behind his ear, and then he screamed, "Haley!" out into despair, wanting Miss Haley to come rescue him. That was my favorite part.
I like how your name is a mix between your name and Zizou's.
That is kind of funny. Zizou's the one that came up with it. He put bestie and blend.
Is Zizou trying to steal my bestie away from me?
Look, let's not get into this again. I'm everybody's friend. Except for a couple people who will not be named.
All right, boys and girls, we're going to wind it down. We have about 30 seconds left to an hour. We're going to head this part to the backstage. Jen, where can people find you
at? Jen's Brick House on Instagram.
Nice. How about you, Sethy?
I have a music channel, Seth Bland.
How about you, Haley?
They know where to find me.
Okay. Who's your bricks? we'll see you Wednesday night. We'll actually build something on Wednesday night. So we won't. Next movie stream will be 2 weeks from today. So the next Monday will be a hangout build stream. So, but anyway, guys, thanks everybody for joining.
Yes. Yep.
Let me find my music. Here we go.
Clicking ain't easy, but it's fun when you're clicking those bricks with click and clip. Welcome to the jungle where the dinos roam. Clicking those bricks with click and clip. Clicking those bricks, clicking those bricks, cliff nose bricks, clicking those bricks, clicking those.